Yo, what's good? It's your boy Dot from Dot Me Now Coaching and Entertainment. For coaching, my links are down below. I also have coaching that can help you guys get better with your astral experiences, and I also have an astral projection course down below. So if you guys want to do what I do, I got things to help y'all. I also got free videos on my channel with different tips and tricks. So, with that being said, right, drop a like on this video, subscribe if you're new. If you have the option to, hype up this video. It's a new thing that YouTube is doing. It's usually near the comment section if you swipe right on the comment section on a mobile device. But yeah, in today's video I want to talk about Eridanus and also some other constellations that are linked with Eridanus, because Eridanus is a constellation which I've gone to a lot, especially last year, and I'm visiting it again now, mainly because it really all started with Triangulum, which that started with Egypt. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But when it comes to Eridanus, right? Eridanus is a constellation that deals with time. I'll be right back. Hold up. Yeah, Eridanus is a constellation that deals with time, right? It's pretty much where the flow of time is managed, okay? Now, there's other constellations that deal with time, such as Horologium. I always thought it was Horologrium, but there's actually never a R inside of it. So I guess it's Horologium or Horologium. But that place also helps to manage time also. One is about under one see well Horologium or I'm gonna just say Horologrium. That's not how you really say it, but I don't care. It sounds better. With Horologrium, bro, um that one deals with structuring how time events are going to look. So it's more about space time, right? It's more about shaping how that event is going to look with inside of this space, right? Eridanus is more about the actual energy that's moving the event through space, because time is just movement through space. And you need a certain energy to move an event through space. So that's why it controls the flow of time. It controls how the events happen. And then horologium or horologium, you know what I'm saying? That one controls how it actually looks as it's moving through space. You see? So one's about how it actually looks, one's about how it actually moves, right? Now I'm about to pull up something from Google that talks about Eridanus, right? I looked up the myth for it. I was just chilling, and I discovered I was trying to find a picture for a planet that I discovered in Eridanus. And I found a picture that looks pretty much like it. This always works too. You feel me? I'm not gonna cap. It always works. But actually no, that's cap. It hasn't always worked. But a lot of times, like, I find a planet that looks pretty similar to what I experienced. Anyway, when it comes to what I was doing, I was just tapping into it, and I found like one of the main planets there that actually like the niggas on this planet is the main niggas that be controlling the flow of time and shit. I found like the home base of it, and I'm like, yo, I wonder what the myth for Eridanus is and like how it connects with time. Because I always knew that Eridanus is where like the flow of time gets managed, but I just wondered if like they had the symbol for that, like based upon like how niggas even discovered the constellation and shit, like what it's even named after. You feel me? So let me make sure, yeah, my display is on. Boom. By the way, Eridanus is like a river. It's like a Greek river. You feel me? And there is actually like a link to time, right? You feel me? That's lit. I kind of just knew because I went there, but it's like the fact that it's also in the myth that's lit. You feel me? But it says the primary myth of the constellation Eridanus has a deep connection to time through the tragic story of Phaethon, the son of the sun god Helios. Now, peep this. He's the son of the sun god, so he's the little son. Now, what's the sun? The sun's always a symbol of your spirit and it's a symbol of the great spirit that sustains all things, God, source, the most high. It's also a symbol for your spirit, and it's a symbol of life force energy, right? It's also, yeah. So with that being said, it says, in this tale, time is linked to the daily cycle of the sun and the catastrophic destruction caused by Phaethon's uncontrolled ambitions. Now, Phaethon, right? Just to get some more, you feel me? It says Phaethon, um, my fault. This is not what I wanted to look at, because oh, yeah, it is. It is right here. It says that he's driven by pride and hubris, right? This is important because since he is the son and he's immortal, so he's not even like a full god type shit. He's mortal. You feel me? So because he's like the son of the sun god, and he's showing pride and hubris, this is trying to show you when you have an undeveloped life force, right? This is you when you're not fully in tune with your spirit, right? It's when your life force is kind of just trying to express itself, but you don't really know how to express it and stuff like that. You can't really control it. You feel me? This is really important because inside the myth, right, it says Phaethon's father, Helios, was responsible for driving his chariot across the sky each day, a divine duty that ensured the regular passage of time and seasons. By the way, in Egypt, the sun god Ra, he sails a boat. Ra sails a boat in the sky. You feel me? And he's sailing a boat because he's flowing upon like they call it the primordial waters, right? Which nigga waters heavily linked to time, and Eridanus is a fucking river. You feel me? But he does the same thing that Helios does. You know what I'm saying? And it's always linked with time. They always link the movement of the sun with time because time is literally movement in space, and movement in space can only happen because there's actually energy in space. You feel me? Like the goddess Tefnut, she represents the actual energy that's in space, and her symbol, right? She has the symbol of a lion, right? Because lions are always a symbol of life force, and Ra is the bestower of life force. You feel me? So if Ra, right, the spirit source is the bestower of life force, right? And Tefnut is the life force that's in space that makes space move. By the way, Tefnut is associated with time also, by the way. You feel me? And I'm putting this all in PowerPoints. I'm gonna have PowerPoints coming, all kinds of shit, bro. You can be on the lookout for shit, especially if you're on Patreon. Patreon getting the OD sauce, but YouTube, I'm still hitting y'all with some shit, bro. I got y'all. You feel me? Gotta be supplying the block, supplying the chop. You feel me? But when it comes to Ra, right? Like I said, Ra bestows the life force. Ra bestows the life force energy. You feel me? The spirit gives the energy, which is Tefnut, that moves events through space, which creates time. So Ra sailing the boat every day, or the sun god, Helios in this sense, that's always a symbol of how there's energy moving in space that gives a passage to time. And we experience that in an earth way by seeing the sun cross our sky. And when the sun's giving life force, is a lot of activity happening and stuff like that. When the sun stops giving life force, it's nighttime, it's dark, things kind of rest. It's like a death period. You feel me? That's when like time's supposed to quote unquote stop, you know? But that's how we understand the flow of time, right? But that's how we could. That's one way. That's one way we can. That is one way we can understand the flow of time by looking at how our sun creates our time. You know, the sun's motion is always linked with time. That's the whole entire point. Boom. Phaeton foolishly persuaded his father to let him drive the chariot for one day. Lacking his father's strength, he quickly lost control of the fiery steeds. This is important because, once again, he's the younger version that still has pride and stuff like that. When your life force isn't fully developed and like it's just developing and stuff like that, it's still young and everything like that. It could be very boastful. Like the symbol Leo, right? The zodiac sign Leo, right? Yeah, it could be an amazing expressor of energy. It could be very creative and stuff like that and expressive, but it could also be very egotistical, very prideful, when it's undeveloped and stuff like that, so it doesn't have the true strength, you know what I'm saying? It's still young and developing. So because of that, it lost control of the passage, right? It lost control of how the energy moved throughout space. The chariots veered wildly, alternately freezing and scorching the earth, causing widespread destruction. This means freezing means that time stopped. Scorching means that there was so much energy coming through that shit. Like, this is like if things just happen too fast. You feel me? It'd be all chaotic. You feel me? So one's like void, one's like infinite. One is no life force, one is infinite life force that fucking burns the fuck out of you. You feel me? And this causes widespread destruction. This event represents a catastrophic break in normal ordered passage of time. To save the world, Zeus struck Phaethon down with a thunderbolt. Phaethon fell into the river Eridanus, ending his brief destructive disruption of the cosmos. The constellation's long, winding shape in the night sky is often interpreted as the erratic and fiery path of Phaethon's sun chariot. You feel me? So one, it's a symbol of the path that it took. It's like the unordered time. You feel me? But then you also have this celestial river serves as a permanent starry reminder of the event that disrupted the cosmic order and challenged the sun's daily journey through the sky. So it's also a reminder of the importance of having an ordered sense of time. Because, like, for example, I've watched shows where they make time seem like the enemy. They're like, oh yeah, time is what limits us and da 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 da. We gotta destroy time. You feel me? I've seen that. But it's like, nigga, you need time. Because without time, either there's gonna be nothing happening or it's gonna be pure fucking chaos. Either shit's gonna fucking freeze or it's gonna be scorching, my nigga. You feel me? So that's what the myth is talking about, type shit. And that's why when you see Eridanus, it's trying to tell you that, bro, when shit gets crazy as fuck, it's not good. So it shows the symbol of the chariot having a crazy ass path, but it also is a symbol of the river, which is what Phaethon had to fall into, which actually saved the day and got time reordered. You feel me? The flow of time, like a river, got reordered. And it's trying to tell you that the flow of time is important. And getting in tune with the flow of time is important. So when you go to Eridanus, you can learn all about the flow of time and how to get in tune with it. And also how to manipulate it. And there's actually certain galaxies that are in Eridanus which can teach you all about that shit, which I have whole PowerPoints for. I don't have a PowerPoint like talking about like one galaxy, but I mean like I have a PowerPoint for different parts of the galaxy which deal with time and space. You feel me? And I gotta add to that PowerPoint now Triangulum, which I'm gonna talk about Triangulum in a little bit. You feel me? But my point is, right, with Eridanus and shit, that joins a symbol of the flow of time even inside the myth. And in real life, they really do help to manage the flow of time. And they teach you all about that shit. You could go there to learn about it. And it's linked with Horologium because that's another time place. And that place is all about how the time event actually looks. And you see how with this is all about the energy? People how like it's the sun. It's dealing with the sun and water. Nigga, come on now. Oh, what's Ra? Like remember how I mentioned Egypt and shit like that? Oh, okay, what's Ra? Ra's the sun god. You know what I'm saying? Oh, what's Tefnut? Tefnut is a water god. She's the goddess of water. And she's the energy inside of space also. She's the water inside space, the energy inside space that makes shit move. Why think that there's waters above and waters below? She's the waters above, nigga. That's the waters above. The water, the firmament, waters above water. Come on now. Anyway, with that being said, yeah, and that's also symbolic of the flow of time. So inside this myth, what the fuck do you have? You have a sun god and some water going on. Nigga. It's the same shit, bro. It's trying, and it all deals with the life force, with the energy. Like I said, Eridanus is all about that flow of time with the energy. The horologram actually structures the shit. It's like, oh, it's gonna look like this and look like that, and then it's gonna play out like this, it's gonna play out like that. They built the whole entire shit, and Eridanus said, oh, okay, bet we gotta flow the energy in like this, flow in this much energy. Now we're gonna flood in this much energy. You feel me? Then we're gonna flow in this energy. So it's like if you wanna talk about different aspects of time, if you wanna like speed up and slow down time, you gotta fuck with Eridanus. If you wanna actually make your timeline though, gotta go to Horologium or Horologium, right? That's what they'll teach you at Horologium or Horologium. You feel me? Them niggas teach you literally like how to make your timeline. Now it could happen fast or slow, right? You got no control over that till you go to Eridanus. You feel me? Cause they control how fast, you control how the energy move through the, you know what I'm saying? So you see how like them bitches work together, bro. Come on now, y'all niggas get it, my nigga. You feel me? So, and this really all started because of Triangulum, nigga. And I got to Triangulum because of Egypt. And I got to, and nigga, they sent me to Triangulum because I'm learning about the fucking how the sun projects reality and stuff like that. Because when it comes to this shit, it's like different. The reason why different constellations have like different purposes, bro. Imagine that like. You have like a giant like map, right? No, nah, fuck that. Yeah, like a flat blueprint. You feel me? Imagine like a flat blueprint, right? And every part of the blueprint holds information about what the whole entire machine is gonna do, right? So the machine in this sense is like like our physical experience of like reality and stuff like that, right? That's the whole entire machine. You feel me? And like different parts of the blueprint tell you how different parts of the machine are going to operate. You feel me? So it's like This part of the blueprint, Eridanus, right, is like, okay, this is going to control how much energy goes inside the machine. This is going to control how energy goes through the machine, or it's going to control how time moves through space, right? That's what Eridanus does. And think about it, stars are light. Light is information. You know what I'm saying? It's literally information that tells you how to conscious. It's literally information, my nigga. That's what the fuck it is. And then you got horologium or horologium, right? Nigga, that shit is like, okay, boom. That's the part that tells the energy what directions to move in. You feel me? So Eridanus is how much energy is going through. A lot, a little. You feel me? Horologium is where's the energy going? What does it look like when it moves through the machine? You feel me? My point is, inside of ether, it's like a flat blueprint, right? That has different information about this reality, and this part manages this part manages that part manages this. You feel me? And when you got a blueprint, it's all flat. You see, like once you build the machine, it's 3 dimensional, right? It's 3 dimensional when you build the machine. But first on the blueprint, it's flat. You got the whole machine on your shit, but it's flat. But then you build it and it's 3 dimensional. You feel me? So it's like this part of the blueprint is now inside the machine as a 3D component. With reality, the blueprint is imprinted inside the ether, and then when light shines through the ether, it gets projected as a 3D image. You feel me? As a 3 dimensional image, right? With length, width, and height. You feel me? But at first, it was like a flat blueprint, though, until it got built. Then that flat part, that Eridanus part, that piece of information that tells you how the machine does the energy input shit, nigga, that shit became a whole constellation with planets with niggas that literally fucking deal with controlling the flow of time and shit like that. You feel me? That's how that shit worked. And Triangulum is what started this shit, because I had to go to Triangulum. I had to go to Triangulum to learn about light and how light works and how light interacts with ether. And then once that happened, it's like, okay, boom. Now with horologium, now it's like how the structure of time's encoded inside ether. Then Eridanus is how the energy moves through the ether to manifest that timeline. And there's different planets that teach about different aspects of this. Like A Star that I went to inside Triangulum, that one was all about how light and ether interact. Etheos is all about how information is impregnated inside ether. Horologium, there's a planet called Osni. That was talking about how a timeline event is structured inside the ether's information, or inside the information that's inside the ether. And then Eridanus, there's a planet called, what the fuck is that shit called, bro? I think it's Iridai? Iridai, right? I have it in my phone. It's like Iridai, something like that. Something like that. Let me see. Yeah, Iridai. You feel me? Iridai. That's the one that controls the flow of the time. That's the one that controls how the energy actually moves. That's the one that told me how the energy moves through the ether to literally manifest that time event. You feel me? So yeah, because I'm actually learning more about time and space now. Like I already knew about time and space, but now I'm learning more about it because I'm learning more about light. And now I'm seeing how light. Because I always knew that light made time and space, because light is what helps to make spaces, as well as gives energy to the space in order to you know, allow things to move inside of it and create time. Like even with Egypt, right? The sun god Ra is also a symbol for light. You feel me? And Ra's the creator. You know what I'm saying? Ra's the one that literally creates the universe, right? So as a god of light, he creates the universe, but he also impregnates it with energy, right? The creation of the universe is making the space, impregnating it with energy and making things move. That's time. You feel me? So light inherently is what gives rise to space and time. And learning more about light tells you more about space and time, because with Eridanus, it's like how the light is manifesting as energy. You feel me? But or and it's like how the light is, it's how the light is manifesting as energy, and how it's controlling time. You feel me? That's Eridanus. And then horologium is how the light is encoding information and creating a certain space, right? So one is about how light creates a space. One's about how light fills up the space with energy. You see, and it's so much shit like this, and this is why Egypt, because Egypt actually I gotta look up if Egypt recognized Eridanus and Horologium, because that I don't know about. I never really asked the Egyptians that, but I knew about Triangulum. They told me how they saw Triangulum, and then I looked it up online. And when you look it up online, it's not as much information, but it's still some good shit. Peep game, bro. All right, boom. The ancient Egyptians saw the constellation Triangulum with the Nile River Delta. Its three-star triangular shape resembled the crucial, life-giving river delta that was central to their civilization. You feel me? The Nile Delta was the most fertile part of Egypt and the source of its prosperity, so its celestial representation would have held great importance. This connection highlighted the harmony between the cosmos and the agricultural rhythms that define Egyptian life. Now, understand this too, bro. Actually, I'll read this John down here too, right? And I gotta read this John right here as well. This is important with Sirius. But while the Greeks later named the constellation Delatomi and Little Delta for its resemblance to Little, ancient Egyptian astronomers likely viewed it as an extension of their own vital landscape. Egyptian astronomy was highly pragmatic, with the observation of stars directly tied to agriculture and stuff like that. Okay, boom. So Sirius is important because that marked the new year and the aim of flooding of the Nile, right? Now understand this. The Nile was seen as a source of life, right? It was seen as a source of life. It's also a source of time because life moving gives rise to time inherently, you know? Now, with that being said, the Nile Delta, right, is a delta where the Nile is flowing through it. So, like, it's a landmass, right? So, it's also dealing with, like, how the life gives rise to a stable creation, to a fertile creation. You see what I'm saying? And with Triangulum is the constellation that is pretty much the part of the blueprint that controls how light is going to manifest with inside of our galaxy and stuff like that, and how it's going to help project reality and how it's going to encode ether and stuff like that, right? It's pretty much talking about how life is going to give rise to creation. The Nile Delta, how life gives rise to a fertile physical creation. Okay, I get it now. Okay, I get it now. Oh, duh. You know what I'm saying? So Triangulum and the Nile are a perfect symbol because light, right, is not just about the flow of time with the river. It's also about how the light structures creation, the actual delta, the actual landmass. You see what I'm saying? Oh, okay, I get it now. Whoa, that makes total sense. Now with Sirius, right? That marked the new year in the ale flooding of the Nile. So it also marked a renewal of life, right? A renewal of life. This is important. Why? Because Sirius, right? If you guys watch my other videos where I mentioned the Syrian timeline wars, I talked about how Sirius kind of holds the information that aligns us back with time and stuff like that. Like like Arcturus is a place that also helps to manage our timelines, which the beings in Arcturus heavily interact with the beings in Eridanus and Horologium. That's no question and no doubt about that. But yeah, Arcturus helps to manage time also, but Sirius actually contains like the teachings and like the actual like documented history of the real time events and how to align us back with that. They contain the healing frequencies that align us back with time, all that. Why is that important? Because the annual flood of the Nile is pretty much giving people new life, and it aligns them back with the true source of life. You know what I'm saying? It aligns them, and it's also could be a symbol of aligning you back with like with like the true timeline. You feel me? Because Eridanus, right, is also a river. You feel me? And shit, Eridanus to them might have been seen as the Nile, bro. You never fucking know. You feel me? So yeah, but right now I'm just spitting mad shit right now. I'm not going to cap. You feel me? But the whole entire point was just to show how Eridanus is a very important constellation that deals with time and how it's actually encoded inside their myths and what led me to this shit. You feel me? Because Triangulum is what started all this. Because I was learning about the structure of reality, or more specifically the structure of like like our earthly creation and our experience of it and stuff like that. You feel me? Which led to having to learn about light, which led to learning more about space and time and how light is really influencing space and time and all these different things, bro. And the thing is, back with Egypt too, nigga, Ra, Shu, and Tefnut are one of the first trinities in creation, and they're recognized as like the fucking mother, like they're like fucking time gods. They're time, space, and light, literally, bro. Tefnut is time, like I already said. Shu is the god of space. Ra's the god of light, time, space, and light. And Ra is who gives birth to both of them. So Pete, Ra is one god that gives birth to two. Ra is light that gives birth to space and time. Come on now, bro. Like this is why like niggas don't be understanding what the Egyptians was taught. They be thinking, oh, we gotta worship these Egyptian gods. We gotta worship the gods. Oh my god, that's not what the fuck they're talking about, bro. This is all symbolic shit. I made a whole song about this shit, bro. Or at least I put this shit in the fucking song. If you guys got me on fucking on Instagram, y'all niggas heard this shit, but in this shit, I said, I'm about to just play that shit for y'all, bro. Hold up, I'm about to just play that shit.
I'm praying, you're the one to judge yourself. You got the skills that you weigh in the scale of mind. That's Egyptian, also call them Kemetic. Don't worship gods, those are symbols. You don't get the aesthetic. No, they don't get the aesthetic.
Don't worship gods, those are symbols. You don't get the aesthetic. No, they don't get the aesthetic. They don't get it. Don't worship God. We don't worship gods. Those are symbols. The fuck are we talking about? The scale of mind, that's Egyptian, also call them Kemetic. Don't worship gods, those are symbols. You don't get the aesthetic. No, they don't get the aesthetic. Nebuchadnezzar, that's a goddess, that's a symbol for tempting. She's the one that tempts your soul. Come on, bro. I be spitting too, bro. I ain't gonna cap. Get into it, that Eridanus flow. Ugh. Fuck you talking about? I'm about to make a song called Eridanus flow, nigga. Nigga, we moving with time. I fuck on your bitch. Watch. Let me stop. I don't want to do raps like that. Every time I freestyle is always some fucking ghetto bullshit. I gotta write some shit. You feel me? But I definitely know how to hop on the Eridanus flow for sure. But I think I'm gonna end this video right there. I think that was enough information I gave out. You know what I'm saying? I gotta find out how to fucking title this video and get y'all niggas a good thumbnail. But yeah, bro. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like my video. Subscribe if you're new. Hype up the video if you can. Go to the comments, swipe right, and see if that option is there to hype it up. That's on mobile devices. I don't know what it's like on PC. I got a course down below for astral projection. I got astral divination sessions. Could tell you guys a lot about what you do inside the astral, how to get better inside the astral. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in the video right here. I love you. I'm gonna catch you. Peace. The freak out.